Today we're going to talk about the stand your ground law. It seems to be an issue of a lot of debate lately with the Trayvon Martin case, and we'll go over that case in particular so that we can get some comments from any of our website viewers. My name is Andrew Smallman from the law offices of Gilbert and Smallman. The stand your ground law, which is here printed out so that I don't misstate anything. It's Chapter 776.013 of Florida statutes, and it essentially states that you do not have to back away when you feel that you are in reasonable fear that your life is going to be taken or you're going to suffer great bodily injury at the hands of someone else. Specifically, this doesn't have to happen at your house. For many years, there's been a law that states that if you're in your own home and you're attacked by an intruder, you can defend yourself reasonably. But Florida has taken that law and has extended it to where you don't need to be home or in your car or somewhere where you have a right to be. You can be anywhere. If you're then attacked, you don't have the duty to retreat or back away. You can stand your ground, as they say, and you can fight back. Now, the case that has really brought this law to the forefront is the Trayvon Martin case that's in Sanford, Florida. Apparently in a gated community, a black male, I believe he's about 17 years old, he was suspended from school. This took place during a school day, and why he was suspended doesn't have anything to do with violence, apparently, so it's relatively irrelevant. But he is walking in a gated community where his father's girlfriend lived. He had on a hoodie, which is a sweatshirt with a hood over the top of it, and apparently to a neighborhood crime watch individual, he looks suspicious. I don't really have much of an opinion on this part of it, but either which way, he looks suspicious to that individual, and that individual picked up the phone and called 911. At that time, 911 told him that he didn't need to pursue Mr. Martin and to leave it to the authorities, but it seemed like he pursued anyway. It didn't seem like he attacked Mr. Martin or anything to that effect, but he definitely took a closer look to see, possibly to confirm his suspicions that Mr. Martin was suspicious. That being said, now's where, there's two sides to every story, and as it turns out, Mr. Martin ends up getting shot and killed by this crime watch individual whose name is George Zimmerman. Now, race does play a role in all of this, because anytime there's two people of different races and someone dies or someone goes to jail or both, race is an issue. You can dance around it all you like, but it's an issue. There's been a lot of backlash from civil rights leaders that state that this was racially motivated. And whether it is or not, the real legal issue is, did this individual, George Zimmerman, have a right to shoot and kill this 17-year-old? And I think a lot of that is going to come down to whether it was reasonable that Mr. Zimmerman felt that his life was in danger or great bodily harm was at hand. Mr. Zimmerman tells the story that Mr. Martin approached him, asking him if he has a problem, then starts to hit him and is actually on top of him. And a witness does hear someone yelling for help, but each side contends that it's their guy yelling for help. Mr. Zimmerman apparently gives his account to the officers, who then choose not to arrest him. And that's pretty much what starts all of this from Mr. Martin's family, who's obviously dealing with a tremendous amount of grief. Their contention is that their son wasn't doing anything wrong, should have never been approached in the first place, but even if he was approached, that their son wasn't on the offensive and was basically gunned down. So now it's going to come down to whether or not a judge agrees, at least initially, that Mr. Zimmerman had a right to defend himself. And to be honest, a judge isn't going to deal with this until there's an arrest made. Remember earlier in our little broadcast I said that police chose not to arrest Mr. Zimmerman. They felt that his account of the facts was good enough that they chose to think that this law protected him. And long before arrest, they chose not to arrest him at all. I don't know if I agree with that. I actually can see both sides of this story, but it is a difficult one, and it's one that has brought the stand your ground law in Florida to the forefront. So, if you'd like to go on our website and leave us a message as to what your feelings are, either on the Trayvon Martin case or on the stand your ground law, whether or not you think that it allows for too much freedom almost to defend yourself in a way that might result in someone else's death. Let us know what you think. We're really interested. We'll be happy to correspond. You can find us on Twitter, on Facebook at Gilbert and Smallman, or you can go to our website at hgilbertlaw.com and let us know what you think, and we will be happy to respond, and we can even do a back and forth if some of your comments are worthy of us having a discussion, a legal discussion. But let's try to keep the comments non-racially motivated, and let's try to keep it clean. This is Andrew Smallman for Gilbert and Smallman.